Dear English majors of the class of 2021, congratulations. It's been an extraordinary year, and each of you has been challenged in ways that were impossible to imagine when you began your work in the major. I'm very sorry that we're not able to celebrate this moment in person together. It is a moment that deserves extravagant celebration, and I hope that each of you is exultant. I also hope that the work that you've done in the English major has equipped you to face a turbulent world with equanimity. As English majors, you know that there are many approaches to the study of literature and many different ways to define literature and the literary, but they share a common recognition that literature is fundamentally about making sense of the world. I would like to imagine that for each of you, the reading of literature has been sustaining in these difficult times. Moreover, I would like to imagine that some among you will write novels, critical essays, and memoirs that help us all make sense of this extraordinary year. You have my heartfelt thanks for all the work you've done to sustain the common project of English literature. You have my profound congratulations on a job well done. Please embrace the moment and celebrate.
It is my pleasure to be sending this graduation greeting to all of you, even though I wish we could gather in person, as we usually do. On behalf of the whole English department, I would like to commend you for completing the English major and graduating while facing the extraordinary challenges of the last 3 semesters. You have had to tap into and develop more strength, endurance, resolve, and patience, as well as more hope than anyone could have imagined prior to March of 2020. You have risen to the occasion, and the English department admires you for it. Congratulations for your hard-fought English major and graduation from Notre Dame. To any parents who may be listening, I would like to thank you on behalf of the English department. Thank you for entrusting your children to us these 4 years, and thank you for supporting them. As your undergraduate director during your time as English majors, it is a special pleasure to see you graduating. I've loved serving as an advisor and a resource to you, and also serving as professor to some of you. The pandemic, even with all of its challenges, hasn't removed from my mind the pleasant images of you in the hallways, you across a seminar room, or you typing away at a paper or staring hard at a poem or novel in the English department commons. Now it is my honor to read the names of the members of the class of 2021. After I have finished reading all of your names, I will read out the students who have written honors theses and their thesis titles. At the same time, I will be announcing the students who have been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta, the International English Honors Society, and those who have received departmental awards and honors. The class of 2021. Elizabeth Alguer, Teresa Azamar, Olivia Bernard, Emerald Bartholomew, Anna Benedict, Julian Bonds, Ryan Burns, Shamar Cousin, Lane Davidson, Christian Escherich, Mary Feuder, Madeline Gilbertson, Anne Greer, Isabel Grogan, Sydney Haberman, Elizabeth Hawk, Sarah Elusik, Grace Kaiser, John Kling, Philip Lally, William Lamara, Audrey Lindemann, Matthew Mack, Veronica Mansour, Abigail McCarthy, Eleanor McCarthy, Meredith McElroy, Patrick McMonigal, Meredith Nowatarski, Caroline O'Sullivan, Anna Clara Parganina, David Phillips, Tess Phillips, Anne Plecky, Claire Rafford, Rulin Sang, Margaret Schlick, Samuel Schreier, Riley Smith, Ahana Sood, Sophia Stefanowski, Henry Stone, Beatrice Varecchia, Jacob Winningham, Olivia Wright. Now I'd like to read the list of students who have written honors theses, been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta, the International English Honor Society, or received departmental awards and honors. Elizabeth Alguer has written an honors thesis titled From Students to Educators, How African American Male Teachers' Experiences Inform Classroom Practices. Her thesis was directed by Ernest Morel and Mike Macaluso. Elizabeth is the co-recipient of the English Department's Best Thesis Award. I will name the other winner shortly. Olivia Barnard has written an honors thesis titled Ada Lovelace Meets Tom Stoppard's Arcadia, Searching for Knowledge as Iteration. Her thesis was directed by Susanna Monta. Olivia has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. Anna Benedict has written an honors thesis titled As the Crow Flies. Her thesis was directed by Joelle McSweeney. Anna has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. She is also the recipient of the Billy Mage Academy of American Poets Prize and the Outstanding Creative Writing Student Award. Ryan Burns has written an honors thesis titled Fast Fish, Loose Fish, and Lines of Determinism, Herman Melville as a Predecessor to American Naturalism. His thesis was directed by Mark Sanders. Lane Davidson has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. Isabel Grogan has written an honors thesis titled All Possibility Possible, Marina Carr and the Pursuit of a Tragic Anti-Theater. Her thesis was directed by Susan Harris. Isabel has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. Sydney Haberman has written an honors thesis titled Defining the Undefinable, Rhetorical Device and the Philosophy of Cosmic Horror in H.P. Lovecraft's The Call of Cthulhu and Thomas Ligotti's Nethyscurial. Her thesis was directed by Noreen Dean Moran. Sarah Ilusik has written an honors thesis titled I Must Speak to You by Such Means Are Within My Reach, the relationship between psychological and rhetorical growth in Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice and Persuasion. Her thesis was directed by Greg Kusich and Yasmin Solomonescu. Sarah has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. Grace Kaiser has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. John Kling has written an honors thesis titled There Was Nowhere to Go But Everywhere, Wordsworth, Kerouac, and the Self-Epic as Shelter from Revolutionary Storms. His thesis was directed by Greg Kusich and Ian Newman. John has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. Philip Lally has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. William Lamara has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. He is also the recipient of the Outstanding Student in Pre-1700 Literature Award. Audrey Lindemann has written an honors thesis titled Dust Bowl. Her thesis was directed by Johannes Goranson. Eleanor McCarthy has written an honors thesis titled What Have We to Do with Thee? Ethel Voynich's The Gadfly as a Case Study in World Literature. Her thesis was directed by Ian Newman and Melissa Miller. Ellie is also the co-recipient of the English Department's Best Thesis Award. Meredith McElroy has written an honors thesis titled What Advice Would You Give? What Medieval Texts Can Teach Us in Education Today? Her thesis was directed by Amy Mulligan. Meredith has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. Patrick McMonagle has written an honors thesis titled Writing Social Justice, Aesthetics and Catholic Social Teaching in Short Fiction by Stephen Crane and Flannery O'Connor. His thesis was directed by Sandra Gustafson. David Phillips has written an honors thesis titled The Poet is the Medium of Nature, an eco-critical study of queer natures and anti-futurity in modernist literature. His thesis was directed by Barry McCrae. David has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. He is also the recipient of the Eleanor Meehan Award for Literary Excellence and the James Robinson Award for the Outstanding Senior English Major. Anne Plecki has written an honors thesis titled Wonder. Her thesis was directed by Royce Granton. Rulin Sang has written an honors thesis titled Reconciling with Seamus Heaney's Soundscape of Nature, an acoustic analysis of Death of a Naturalist and Personal Helicon. Her thesis was directed by Susan Harris. Rulin has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. Margaret Schlick has been inducted into Sigma Tau Delta. Now, as is our tradition, I would also like to name our other department thesis award winners, our other department award winners this year, even though they are not graduating seniors. Isabel Niferatos has won the Ernest Sandine Poetry Award. Alexandra Ford has won the Richard T. Sullivan Award for Fiction Writing. And Mitchell Johnson has won the Tom Brennan Prize for Excellence in Writing. Again, on behalf of the whole English department, our warmest congratulations to you, the class of 2021.
Hi, it's Teresa with a quote from Adrienne Rich. If the imagination is to transcend and transform experience, it has to question, to challenge, to conceive of alternatives, perhaps to the very life you're living at that moment. You have to be free to play around with the notion that night might be day, love might be hate. Nothing can be too sacred for the imagination to turn into its opposite or call experimentally by another name, for writing is renaming.
When I think about my time as an English major here at Notre Dame, I think a lot about Shakespeare, because learning about him here has been absolutely phenomenal. The professors really knew what they were doing with this guy, so a big thank you to you all.
Hi, I'm John Kling. For my senior quote, I chose a quote from Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea. Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do and what there is. And I think it's a very good quote to approach a year like this year's been with all this COVID wackiness, but just trying to make the most of everything I've done so far this year.
The English major has been a place for me to pick apart ideas, pull them back together, to hone my critical thinking skills and to drill down to what it means to exist in this world, given the contexts that have come before us and surround us now. I've really sharpened my skills as a creative writer and thinker. I've read some really cool books, I've met some really cool people, and I just want to give a huge thank you to my classmates first for being there alongside me, and second, and most importantly, to my professors for nurturing my curiosity, because I will be forever grateful. Thank you.
The English major is full of phenomenal people and fantastic ideas. You won't regret it.
During my freshman year, I changed my major literally 4 times. However, when I declared my English major, I knew I was home. I encountered professors every step of the way, who enabled me to study what I love while challenging me to interact with literature and writing more deeply. Thank you to the faculty, staff, and students of the English department for making these last 4 years unforgettable.
With the English major, I went from being indecisive to opinionated, which was huge for me. You're constantly challenged to think in different ways through your interactions with others and construct your own ideas.
I've met lots of cool people in the English major at Notre Dame, starting with Intro to Lit and going up all the way through my last class, and it's been really cool to just be alongside those people for 3 years.
Hello to all my English friends out there. I don't have any department gear, but I have this shirt, which is pretty sick, so that's that. But besides showing off the shirt, the point of this video was to offer some advice to the younger generation of English majors out there, and my advice to you is to take every class that Professor Gregory Kusich offers. That man is amazing. I took 3 classes with him, and I wish I was able to take more. Peace.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I'm happy to be graduating with my degree in English because sometimes I doubt how much I really know at this point graduating from Notre Dame, but I know by studying English, I certainly not only increase my capacity to receive literature, but also just receive life around me and the beauty in the world. So thanks, English department.
Hello, my name is Ryan Burns, and advice for incoming English majors: read your syllabus very carefully because deadlines and readings will creep up on you. And if I had to choose a senior quote, it would be, you either die a clout god or live long enough to see yourself chase him.
Whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations, in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul.
To any freshman or sophomore hesitant to pick up the English major, do it. It was the best decision I could have made, and I have loved every single one of my classes over the past 3 years. I've grown as a reader and a writer, and I couldn't be more grateful for my fun major.